Take a look at all this erosion here from when the river gets really high. Looks like eventually that house will be in the river if it keeps up. A bunch of those trees are probably about to fall in. I bet some of them already have, and the river just took them away during the flood. Let's go see what they have going on underneath this bridge. It looks like occasionally this parking lot will even go underwater. Parking lots for a hiking trail. Take a look at this. You see they built up the wall over there to keep it out of people's yards, but you see it's slowly digging around this corner. You see they built it up. They must have brought excavators into the riverbed. All down there is built up. But over here what's interesting is, turns out that bridge wasn't big enough to be able to handle all the flow. So they added 2 culverts here that are precast concrete. Let's go down there and take a look at it. Yeah, in order for those to go to capacity, this parking lot has to go underwater. And it's a very rugged parking lot made out of gravel, big rocks. So probably wouldn't cause much damage. It would just leave debris like you see here left behind. Definitely gonna have to come back here during heavy flow to see these working. And there's sand in here. It definitely has worked a lot. It's amazing to see not one bit of graffiti, because it's the middle of nowhere. Got some ice in here. Little puddle. Settled a little bit. You can see where they're jointed together up there with the metal braces. They concrete over them. And out the other side, got some people's towels. I bet a lot of people hang out in there for swimming in the summertime, and you see it comes out here. And the other side, got some icicles there from groundwater coming through. It is pretty cold out. See there, that's to equalize pressure on the other side. And what do we have here? That must be an instrument to measure the depth of the water. And that must go to a reporting station. Most of those you can look up online so you can monitor the river near your area. So that must be, there's a sensor under there, and depending on the pressure it'll tell you the depth. And over here is a depth chart. So it looks like for those culverts to start working, and I'm just doing this by eye, what I see over here, probably around 5.5 feet, they probably start working. Let's go out here to the edge. You can look at some of that erosion on this person's property. See how that's built up right there? I think years ago there used to be an old bridge that looks like a foundation for something. Could have just been placed there now, but I don't think so. And what is this hanging here? Does somebody have some kind of trap? It's possible. Don't know what they could possibly be catching. I see some kind of metal reinforcement here. Something used to be anchored to that rock. I can also see some other drill holes. But I think this was an old bridge, what you see there. And that bridge was definitely too short to handle flood waters. But there's worse floods these days because you got runoff from parking lots and stuff being built. Alright, let's walk back. Very uneven terrain. Also pretty chilly. Had 2 inches of snow this morning. That melted fast. Snow can't survive now in May. It can only accumulate at night when the sun's not beating down on it. Hey everyone, check it out. There's a beautiful waterfall on the other side of this culvert. This culvert is starting to show its age. Some rust on the end there. But inside actually looks great. The end is probably overspray from road salt washing in there. The inside looks perfect actually. And it's actually beneficial having these rocks in here. Because ordinarily rocks would be tumbling through at every storm, wearing down the galvanization. But if there's already rocks here that aren't really moving, it's actually a good thing. There's a bunch of little sandbars in here too. Oh, nope, that's not sand. That is ice. My eyes are playing a game with me. I'm treading very slowly because there could be a hole in here. So far, nope. Culvert's actually in great condition. I don't see a spot of rust on the inside. Just the end. Here we go. Look at that nice frozen waterfall. We had 80-degree weather a week ago. Just one day of freezing did this. Got down into about 15 degrees last night. That's why the ice isn't really thick. That looks beautiful. Definitely freezes solid in the middle of winter. You can tell it would. All right. Heading back. Really nice walls here in great condition. The point of this is it stops erosion along the sides, but can also force more water into a small culvert. And right here on the end, you see how it's all messed up? That could have been done by construction. It could have been done by reaching in here with excavators to clear stuff, but I honestly think it's when this thing is blasting, things are hitting it. Now what do we have here? Ah, man. It's frozen in there too bad. That actually looked like a good intact box I wanted. Nope, it was frozen and I broke it. Traveling back. You do see a lot of gravel and stuff in here, which I doubt was intentional. It was probably brought in here by the brook over the years. It's actually being beneficial now. There isn't as much as you think. This is actually crushed like an oval on purpose. They want the water spread out. Because if you have a round one and you have the trickle just in the bottom of the center, it tends to rot out faster. Not very slippery. Great condition. I did not bring a light with me, but I don't need it. I thought this looked cool from the road, and I just wanted to see what was out the other end. Whoa, that scared me for a second. Those bolts, for a minute I thought those were bats. It might become icy on the end, so I'm slowing way down. The floor is not slippery at all. It's very jagged. Wow. You see that down there? That's a piece of the culvert. There used to be another section on the end. And during a storm, it must have got blasted off. Right here on the end. But it's been a while. You can see they put new rock down since. Walking back, I gotta be a little slower. because I'm fighting the current. It's not a problem fighting the current, but the splashing, you can get soaked if you try to go through this too fast. Beautiful waterfall view on this side. And look at all the debris here, but yet there's no clog. Here in Maine, culverts are inspected twice a year. I have never found a clog on a public Maine roadway. Well, look at this. At some point, there must have been another culvert here. A square one, maybe. Maybe. You know, that might be for a drain. I gotta find out. I gotta see if it's on the other side, so we gotta go through again. No spiders yet. There's a strong draft in here bringing the cold air in, so they wouldn't be able to survive in this culvert. Too much of a cold breeze. All right, let's see if that square is on this side. And that would mean I can't tell. It's buried beneath the pile. Oh well. Hope this video was interesting. Thanks for watching. This hill looks really messed up. Definitely don't want to go over into that slow lane. Well, I'm just gonna follow the trail because that looks kind of slippery. See how it just zigzags back and forth? Everyone's doing that. And this truck here looks stuck somehow. Pretty steep hill. Take it really slow. I can feel slipping on this. Definitely needs salt here badly. Nope, gotta slow it down. I'm slipping. I'm actually really glad I'm stuck behind this truck going 20 miles under the limit, because it gives me an excuse to drive slow. I can tell the people behind me don't like it at all, but the road is slippery. The other side of the road looks perfect because they just salted it. That truck's not taking any chance, even though it's not slippery here anymore. And the guy who was tailgating me isn't even following me. He's following the truck in the breakdown lane for some reason.